So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new session and new skill today. Alhamdulillah, we have finished 4 sessions about grammar. It's time now to uh, focus on listening. We have sent you a listening practice, and mashallah, 3 people, 4 people, I guess. 4 people did that. Now, what about the others, Miss Iman and Miss Wala? Have you done the listening practice? And Miss Shaima as well.
I didn't do it. I did only the vocabulary. I didn't have the time to do the listening.
Yeah, this is
But
Miss.
it's available till the 17th, right?
It is. It is. Which one? The listening?
No, no.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm confused.
The vocabulary is available till 17, while the listening is, inshallah, for every year.
Ah,
It's
okay.
there. It's
Okay.
there on the
Okay.
drive. So you can do it whatever you like, whenever you like.
Okay. Inshallah.
Okay. So, okay, Miss Iman, thank you so much. Um, I would like you to describe the experience, please. If you would like to speak on mic, you're welcome. If you'd like to send this in the chat, you're welcome. So tell me, how was the experience? I guess it's your first time to do it on the IELTS test, right? It's your first time to do an IELTS listening test. So I would like you to describe the experience because this is really important.
Yeah, Mr. Hussein.
Go ahead, Mr. Abdullah.
Yeah. As for me, the first time was quite difficult, but the second one is easier than the first one. So in the first time, I got about 21 marks out of 40. In the second time, I got about 30 marks out of 40.
MashaAllah.
So I think that the more you practice, the better you are.
MashaAllah. Mr. Abdullah always kills my sentences. I don't know why. Why, Mr. Abdullah?
No,
Let me say
no.
something, brother. Yes, as our dear brother said, the more you practice, the better result you will get, inshallah, at
Yeah,
the end of the day. So, no need to repeat my brother's words. If you would like to talk about your own experience, please feel free to describe how did you do it, how confused you were, and everything. Okay, Mrs. Aya. Okay,
uh,
thank you so much for not raising your hand, but I see that you would like to speak. Go ahead.
In fact, I have nothing to add to what Mr. Abdullah said. But I guess the harder or the hardest sections are sections 3 and 4.
Oh,
The
that's
more
yeah,
you
I
go through
agree.
that's great.
the
Yeah,
sections,
I
the
totally
harder
agree. Yeah.
it goes.
Yes, mashallah. So that's another piece of information that I lost. I'm not going to say because my sister said that. Hello, Miss Iman, Mrs. Iman. Hello, hi. So who else would like to speak about our his listening practice? I would like to hear all of you guys. So if you have a problem or if you face the problem, it will be clear and we'll try to just work it out.
I can share my experience.
Please.
Okay, as for me, I think it was challenging and amazing. I love listening too much. I practice like every day, listening quizzes and audios. As the first thing I focus on my trainings to enhance listening skills of my students. So I practice with them, and I test new skills of listening and new methodologies to teach myself at first and teach them. So I love the experience a lot.
Great. That is great. Miss Dua sent us saying, Miss Dua, mashallah, may Allah bless her. She's our dear sister. She said it's tricky because some questions were right at the first, but other questions in the second I did wrong whenever they were right at first. So yes, this is really true. You got the same score in both times. Uh, I You should have got a better mark or better score in the second time, but
Yeah.
maybe you got better understanding. So at least there is a benefit. I don't think that you did the test for 2 times and they were the same. Anyway, it's fine. Any other one, guys? Does anyone like to share his experience about the listening practice? Any ideas?
Yes, me. Can I?
Yes, sure.
Good evening, everyone. So I missed the first 5 minutes. I'm so sorry for this, but I would like to say that section 4 was the hardest. It was very hard to find out answers, just to fill in blanks without knowing, without seeing options, without options. That was super hard.
MashaAllah, thank you so much, dear sister. I can't thank you enough for all your beneficial information, my dear friends. And I'm waiting for more. Who else would like to speak?
I got 4 out of 10, but the rest, most of them were correct. So the problem was in section 4. Yes, the last one.
There is no problem, inshallah. Inshallah, there is no problem.
Now we need more practice. Actually, we need 10 more exercises.
We will have more practice.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna provide you with loads of tests, and inshallah, you will have enough time to practice more and more. And as our dear brother said, the more you practice, the better result you will get at the end of the day, inshallah. Okay, so now, if anyone did not do the listening practice, would you please speak about your expectations, especially after your brothers and sisters destroyed your hopes and dreams that you will be able to answer easily? Huh? Anyone?
I don't want even to try it after what they said.
Inshallah, it's easy.
Yes, me too, really.
Okay, so I guess that it's an amazing experience that you should go through, and it's really advisable for you guys to. That's why I just offered you the chance to do the exam twice to feel the difference between doing it as in the first time with the shock and the confusion while you're listening, and for the second time while you're calmer and you're more confident and you're able to figure out some more than what you did in the first time. So I really support and provide you with the I really support you to try again and again. And if you would like to do it a third time, it will be perfect. Of course, we're gonna like leave maybe like 4 or 5 exams so that you do them. And after a while, we're gonna provide you with more because we're going to provide also some reading passages, some reading passages. Because if you think that the passage like the ones that you give your students, then you're dreaming. Okay, so say Bismillah and let's start. Let's have a look at what is the Ielts listening. What does it look like? So here, let me share my screen. Share the sound. Here we go. Okay. So we start with a little game, and let me look at the chat. I would like you to complete this sentence, guys. If you can, like, add two more parts, it would be great. I'm gonna look at the chat now if you're sending. So you can send more than one sentence. And if you can change the structure of the sentence, it would be better for the second part only. So let's see who's the happiest person. We got one answer. Yes, quickly. We got 2 now, 3, mashallah. So here we have, would solve it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't find more solutions. I would find more solutions. I would avoid it. Yes. What else? Any other idea? I would work more on myself to rock it. MashaAllah, that's great, Mrs. Zinan. You're a hard worker. You like to pile problems on your head. This is great, sister. Okay, who else? I expect more answers. So, mashallah, now most, if it's not all the answers, just focus on the second condition. I would help in solving it. Great. So all the people who sent me if type 2. Past simple, wooden stem. Now I would like you to use a mixed if sentence. So you have present here. I would like you to use past in the second part. Please use past. And now when I refer to past, I mean if 3. If 3. So if I were aware of the problem, what would have happened? Any ideas? Excellent. I see some people are typing. I would have been more relaxed, mashallah, Mr. Abdullah. Perfect. First to react, first to win, guys. Move on. I would have worked on solving it. Mashallah, you use the same sentence, but you changed the structure. This is great. Really great. I would have called on friends to share thinking. MashaAllah, you have friends who share your problems with you. You're lucky. Don't tell us. We're gonna envy you. So I would have called my friends. Great. I would have solved. So MashaAllah, most of the answers use perfect sentence structure. Mr. Ahmad, yes, if I had been aware of the problem, I would have solved it. Okay, we would have recommended that you would just left the first part as it is and you just add the second part. I would have solved it. I would have not been clumsy again. Yes, mashallah. So thank you guys. Now let's go for guys, I would like you to mention at least one idea you know about IELTS listening part only. Or IELTS listening in general, if you would like to speak. General ideas about IELTS. I have to open the chat from here. Yes. It's so hard. MashaAllah, people said that there are 4 sections, 4 parts, 4 sections, 4 parts. We'll go for sections, 4 parts, 4 sections, 4 parts. Okay, what else?
Mr. Hussein, you ask about listening or in IELTS in general?
I said about listening, then I said
Yeah.
if you would like to share any idea about IELTS.
It's okay.
Fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, let's be more specific. What does the word IELTS stand for? We can read questions before listening. Yes, maybe. Yes, it is. You can. 4 parts, 40 points. This is listening. Perfect. Each part, 10 questions. Perfect. Okay, what does the word IELTS stand for?
International English Language Testing System.
Perfect. It is. So according to the name, guys. So what do they seek here if you're doing the IELTS? What do the people who give you the IELTS seek? What do they need to know?
To test your level of skills in English.
Your knowledge about the language.
Yeah, knowledge about
language. They would like to know if you can comprehend, you can interact, you can communicate with others in English or not. So this is great. So how does it work? Let's see how does it work. We have listening.
Yeah.
Who can add?
Speaking.
Okay, we would like them to be according to the order in the exam. So if you have the exam itself, so it will be listening.
Reading, maybe.
Yes, perfect.
Reading.
Writing.
Finally speaking. Which does not have to be on the same day. Maybe
yes,
like
separate time, separate day.
Or they according to their appointments. Okay. So now, which test are you going to take, guys? We have some people who are doing IELTS here. Would you please share your ideas? Which test are you going to take?
Of course, academic one.
We have general and
the general.
academic. We have both.
No.
They will go for the easiest one. So,
Yeah.
So we have academic, and
Yes.
this is some information about the academic IELTS. If you're going to do masters or to do postgraduate studies, if you're going to study, this is why you're doing the IELTS academic. And if you just go to leave your country and go and live in another, this is
Other
why
countries.
you're doing the general one, which is easier, because the other is more specific and it has like a higher level of difficulty. Okay, now let's do, I don't know what's the game here, but it's fine. Can you please, I'm gonna show you like one or two pictures, I guess two pictures, and I would like you to share your ideas. Share your ideas. How do you see the pictures? What's there? What does this picture represent to you?
Arguing?
Perfect. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. What else?
Different right point of views.
Great. Great. What else? Who else can help? Both are correct. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. What else? Okay. Let's move to a new question. How do you think? What about the second picture? Tell me, guys. What about the second picture? Tell me, how do you feel? What did you think about the picture? What do you see? Is it that confusing? It's easy. See, easy.
Illusion.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Great. MashaAllah. What else? Everyone has a point of view and it develops in what they of the one they see. Illusion. MashaAllah. Great. What else?
Is having marijuana.
Who told you that's Johanna mixed chocolate? Okay. Okay. Let's move to a new question. How do you think these two pictures are related to the IELTS exam? The whole IELTS exam with its, I guess, like with its two first skills, listening and reading.
Can you clarify? I didn't get the question.
Okay. I said, what is the relation between using these two pictures and the IELTS exam? There is a connection between both sides. Would you say what is this? Tricky points in the test. Great, Miss. Thank you so much, Mrs. Aya. Yes. Who else? Any
Would
other
have
idea?
different perspective, you mean?
Okay.
I have an opinion and you have another opinion, so many
Thank you so
answers
much.
for the same question.
Thank you so much. Okay. Who else? What did you say? Answers may vary in the listening test. Okay. Great. Great. And here it is tricky. Your answers could be right, but it's what they want. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm so sorry to say that in the IELTS exam, especially the listening part or the reading, there is no more than one answer. It's only one.
Yeah. Just one correct
Yes,
answer.
I can have more than one. It's only
No.
one.
Just one.
But the idea is that, as you said, they cheat, they deceive, they fool the test taker by providing you some information, and you think, oh, thanks Allah, thank Allah, it's the answer is such and such, while it's on the other side of the lake, or it's on the other side of the fence. It's totally different from what you expected it to be or what you think it was. So what do we need, guys, if we're doing the IELTS test? What do we need?
To read between the lines.
Thank you. Okay. What else?
To be prepared well.
Okay. Get well prepared. Excellent. What else?
You have some skills like some guidelines before starting a reading passage.
This is really very, 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 very crucial in our IELTS exam. Before you go to take the test, you should have some knowledge about what you're doing. Unless you're going to be surprised there, and when you're surprised, you're out. Perfect. Concentration, of course, mashallah, dua. Perfect. You have to pay attention. You have to be alert. This is really great. Thank you so much. And let's see what else do we have. This is the IELTS listening. Okay, just provide me with answers, guys. Read and tell me the answer.
First.
If you don't know, just guess. Okay, we have two answers. Both agreed that it's the first.
First.
Okay, mashallah. So it is really the first thing that you do. It's really the first thing that you do. And as a start, you know, if you burn too much effort in the start, you're gonna sparkle at the end. But you have to keep on burning because it's getting harder and harder. Okay, second one. You
Four
have
sections.
Four sections.
you have
Four.
already answered this, mashallah. We have 4 sections. In the listening test, there are 4 sections. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you already mentioned something while you were covering the points. Here, each section has space questions.
Has 10
Questions.
questions. 10.
10 questions.
So, which make a total of
40 questions.
40 questions.
40 questions.
So we have 4 sections. Each section is 10. That makes 40. Okay. Now, this is what was mentioned by some of you who already have done the test. They said it's progressively harder. So task 1 is a bit easy. It's not but it's easy compared to 2, compared to 3, and finally the killing 1, 4. This is what you said. I didn't say anything. I didn't say they are difficult. I see they are so easy, mashallah, for people who are going to practice the most. And concerning this point, guys, everything in this course, or every step we take is already planned in advance. So I expected that. I left you the test as a practice, and I expected all of you to do it. So if you didn't do it, we lost. You and I lost. I'm a loser here. Okay, so when we say that you have to do this test before we come to the session, please follow the instruction, because I can do without your trial. If you didn't try now, you're looking like that. You're lost. You're somehow lost. But if you have already done at least 1 trial, you would have better knowledge now about what we're talking about. Okay. So this is something which is extremely helpful. Questions and answers are in the same order. So you're going to answer 1, 2, 3, 4, and not 1, 7, 5, and you keep swinging in the exam. No, it's in the same order, which is really amazing. Because if it was like that, we're gonna go bye-bye. We're not going to answer anything. So here, as Mr. Abdullah said last time, the exam is 30 minutes. This is for the 4 sections. It depends. Sometimes it's the first task is 7 minutes, the second one is 8 minutes, and so on. But in total, they make 30 minutes plus 10 minutes.
Plus 10 minutes.
Yes, excellent. 10 minutes for you to transfer your answers, to revise, to check your grammar, to do whatever you were going to say now. Okay? Okay. So the instructions, the test, and everything is included in the 30 minutes. And there is one killing fact that you should know. Only once. Only once. No way you're going to listen to the question again. That's why I assured you, when you do your own practice, to listen to only 1 time, because this is the real situation. Most people, especially Egyptians or people say, oh, I listened to it like 4 times, then I answer, because I wanted to make sure of my answer. No, We can do it this way. If you're teaching yourself on the IELTS pattern, you have to follow the instructions. So it's only one time. Even if you're not going to do the exam, if you're just here to study and improve yourself, you have to follow the instructions because this is what the experts decide the exam should be done. That's why when we give you some more practice, please abide to the instructions. Listen only once, because if you listened once and you lost concentration, you were lost, you were distracted, then you need to improve this skill. You have to work on that skill. You have to work on yourself. You have to listen more. You have to watch more. This is what we should say, guys. Okay. Here, the timing, as we referred to, we said that you have some time before each section. What should we do during that time, guys? I have time before the section.
You read the question.
You should read the question.
And this is, I have, the last time I did the TOEFL was in 1914, 1915, something like that. And they didn't allow you to read the questions before or to answer before you listen. So you answer after listening. But in IELTS, you can answer while listening. It's normal. And you have some time to read before the section starts. And what should we do, guys, while we're reading the question?
To expect what the word part of speech, the part of speech of the word.
So Mr. Abdullah, mashallah,
Yes.
advised us to expect the answer. That's one good idea. What else should we do?
Summarize the idea, know the topic.
Yes, thank you so much. Who else? Who can help? Who can help me? I have to take some notes.
Yeah.
I have to highlight the most, I have to highlight some words to know that this is, I'm gonna answer this when I hear this word. And concerning the pictures in the beginning of that I sent you and you were confused if it's 4 or 3, I agree with Mr. Abdullah that we should expect the answer. However, it's highly recommended that you shouldn't trust your expectation. Okay? You so expect, but don't trust.
Yeah.
Then you have some time after each section. So when you finish section 1, you're gonna have some time to make sure that your answers are correct because you still have the track in your head. I guess it's going to be like 30 seconds for each part. So they give you like some seconds to read before, some seconds after to check your answers. And of course, we have time after the test, the 10 minutes that we talked about. But the 10 minutes is to copy the answers if you answer in the answer sheet and to make sure that everything is correct. Now, and this is something really important. You're gonna listen to some British, North American, and Australian English mixed together, maybe in the same exam. So how you're going to overcome this problem, guys?
Practicing listening more and more, I think.
So simple. We're not going to just come up with a new idea. Practice listening. Go to YouTube and say, practice Australian English, practice North American English, practice British English, and just listen more and more till you become familiar with the accent. Here, as we said, it's like 30 minutes before, and of course you're going to pay attention to dates, times, names, sums of money, and such stuff. Some people just go for, they highlight the first question because this is the beginning of the answer. So you have to pay attention that this is number 1. But I advise you to go for 2 questions at a time, not only 1. Go for 2. Okay? Because sometimes answers are back to back. So while you're listening and thinking that this is the answer, they said the second answer. So you lose. And this will not be done unless you practice and practice and practice till you master the skill. You know when to write your answers? You know how to write your answers while you're listening. Because sometimes, as I said, they say the answers back to back. What is this?
The answer sheet.
It's the answer sheet.
With
This is the
bubble
answer
sheet.
sheet that you're receiving, and here you're going to write. What happens if I wrote the answer of number 1 and number 2 because I was confused and I was nervous and my mom did not give me the sandwiches, so I didn't have my breakfast. So inshallah, the examiner will be a kind person and he will say, okay, he's a kind
wrong.
We don't care. We don't care that you were nervous. We don't even have any kind of mercy that you were confused and you know the answer because it's correct. We see that 1 is correct and 2 is correct, but we just exchanged their places. Bye-bye. Never. Now we have 4 sections. 4 sections. Section 1 is the social topic. And normally you hear 2 speakers talking together. So can you give me examples of social talk? Examples?
Someone wants to rent a flat, for example, for an apartment.
That's one example.
Yes.
Another?
Daily life topics, maybe between friends, family members.
Yes, 2 friends are talking about their past memories or a future event, or they are booking a hotel, or they are reserving a table in the restaurant. They are talking over the phone. So these are social topics. Here's some more explanation. Go on reading, guys. This is concerning the first task. As we said, you have to be familiar with what you're going to listen, so it makes it easier for you to expect what's going on and decide which answer will be. What about the second section? Only 1 speaker, but it's also social. It's something social. Like here, they talk about general topics. They may be giving information on a festival that will be held. They will tell you about a service that a company is providing. Guys, what will happen now? What will happen? What will happen in the listening test?
We're going harder.
Will be harder now.
Yeah.
Get ready, Mr. Ahmed Tantawi. It will be harder. It will be harder. It's progressively harder. Oh, now you listen to 3 or 4 people. You listen to 3 or 4 people. Get ready to swing, guys. You're gonna ride the swing now. Many people are talking. You have to know. You have to understand who's talking to whom and who replied and who said and who's listening. So sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. But it's not only the most difficult part. There is another, there is a simple problem here. It's academic. It's a bit more difficult language. But it's easy, wallah. I swear it's easy. So what do we have here? Yeah, they're going to cover a seminar. They are talking about an academic subject. They talk about study matter. So these are the ideas that they are going to cover in the 3rd section. Let's see, number 4. Number 4 is the easiest one for me. I love it. Only 1 person is speaking. Only 1 topic. It is academic. How many questions will be here?
10.
Maybe a speech or a lecture. Okay, so here, now what about the question types? It's so important to expect the question types. Do you remember what questions did you have in the last exam?
Fill in the gap, multiple choice.
Perfect, perfect. What else? What else?
Try to choose A, B, C,
Multiple
like matching.
choice. Perfect, perfect. Yes. So we have, as you can see, these are some of the ideas that can be in the listening exam. They have like many items, and you go for them. You may have a chart, you may have a map, you may have a table, you may have a completion, you have to complete some notes, you have to complete ideas. Now, this is really important.
Yeah.
What should I care about?
I want Mr. Hussein to discuss this point with you because it happens for me. I write some answers in small letters, and of course it was wrong.
Why?
Because it needs a capital.
That I'm gonna cover this.
Yeah.
So number one is that you should use a pencil. This is for reading and for listening. Reading and listening, you should use a pencil. And you can use all uppercase letters or all lowercase letters except for names. Because if you're writing a name, it must have a capital letter, an uppercase letter. So what if you just misspell the word? They say the word boy and you wrote it by, wrong. Misspelled words are wrong. Capital letters, if you just use lowercase, by, wrong. Grammar mistakes, capital S, plural S, may be wrong as well.
What about number? Sometimes they need like a code or that a long number, and if you miss one number in the middle,
it's wrong, mister. It's wrong.
Wrong.
Question, because do you know why it's wrong, guys? Because you fail to comprehend, you fail to understand. You missed something. That's the idea. It's about understanding. This is really important.
Hey, mister.
Yes.
I didn't get the idea of the upper and lowercase letters.
Either you write everything in uppercase or you write it in lowercase, except for the names. You must use a capital letter in the beginning. So you're free. Just use one sample. You're not going to write this word in lowercase and the second one in uppercase. The whole word, I mean. So you choose one. Choose one idea.
Could you please write an example in the chat box?
Okay, I'll open the chat here. Okay, here. So look at the chat, guys. Oh, they have already written this, Ms. Sana, mashallah. She wrote the word house in capital. So this is correct. Yes, I mean like that. Or you can write house this way. So both are correct. But if I wrote ayah, this is wrong. I have to type it correctly. Oh, there is something wrong with the chat. It doesn't show. Oh, now I can see it. Okay. So question headings, guys. Have you ever, or do you ever tell your friends, tell your students, how important is it to read the question heading? It's a must. But students in Egypt do not do this, or in the Arab world. They do not read. They do not read the heading because, mashallah, they're super and they understand everything and they know what you're going to do. It's a choose. You're not going to just make up a new invention. It's choose. Now, they have to read the heading. Why? Because sometimes they ask you to write 2 words. Sometimes they ask you, you have the chance to write 2 words and a number. 2 words or a number. Do you understand? So if you didn't read and understand the heading, you're going to miss the answer. Because sometimes you're going to write only one word and they asked you to write two. You have the chance to write two. Or vice versa. They ask you to write only one and you wrote two. Wrong. Never accepted.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, as for this is out of the point. As for printing papers for the samples we receive from you, just guys, there is an option in the PDF called fill and sign. We can use it to answer in the same time of listening instead of printing or not writing down the answers in your notebook. So I wanted to say that. Thank you.
MashaAllah. Thank you so much. You're very helpful, Mrs. Iman. So, guys, Mrs. Iman is telling you that you can have, I guess, MashaAllah, that you're all teachers. If you said this, if you said the piece of information last year, many people will just go crazy that it's their first time. But MashaAllah, this year, I guess, a very few number do not know that they can just add or type. But anyway, thank you so much for your help because this is really great. Thank you. So as Ms. Iman said, you can use a PDF and you can fill it in and you can just edit it and you can write your answers without having or without bothering yourself with printing and that stuff. Okay, now the second one. Sometimes in the heading, they are going to ask you to write the letter only, not the word. What does this mean? So if the answer is B and the answer is football and you wrote football, it will be wrong because they asked you to write the letter only. So you write B, do not write the word. This is the hidden message in the IELTS exam. You have to know how to paraphrase. You have to know how to change the structure of the sentences. If you know this, you're a perfect test taker. If you don't know this, train yourself. Practice from now on to master this skill. You have to say the exact words in different ways, at least two, because this is what will happen in the exam, and this is what you have already experienced if you did the listening practice, or this is what you're going to do now because I'm going to give you a listening test now, which I have already sent you the paper for. Okay, so paraphrasing, changing the structure of the sentence is really out of question. It's something that you should master. It's something that you should know. It's something that you should be an expert of. Oh, what's this? Hello? Hello? Hi? Hello?
The score, the score. The question that you answer and the band score that you will get.
Every answer is 1 point. So you count the marks, you count them, then you go for your band score. So if you get like 4 to 5, you're 2.5. They didn't expect that people go and get 1. So if you're crazy, are you going to take the IELTS and you go get 1? No, you don't have that time. So here it goes till you reach 40, which is the last one, which is 9, mashallah. Okay, so this is great. This is the listening band score. This is our timing in Ramadan, inshallah. Happy Ramadan, everyone. We're gonna, you have some time to pray Taraweeh and pray the evening prayer. Then you eat your dessert and you come to us, inshallah, so that you practice because you're gonna be fat if you didn't.
But it will be very late. It will be 11:30 in the UAE here.
Oh, who's in UAE? Mr. Ahmed Muhammad?
Yeah.
Mr. Ahmed Muhammad, this is according to the prayer time. So the prayer time finished and we just give people some time to go back home and change and get ready for the exam. I can't make it earlier. And it's the same time, I guess, because you're going to just have the same
No,
like,
no, it will be 11 here. It will be 11:30.
and when will the prayer finish?
This one is it will be before 2 hours before.
No,
Look at your time now. Now it's 10:45.
yes, I know, because it's 9:45 here. Yes. I mean, when does the prayer finish in at that time? It's exactly like 1 hour before we start.
Yeah, yes.
5 minutes. That's it. So if I made it earlier, that means you're not going to pray, and we're not going to pray. Did you get my point?
Yeah, I
Oh,
get your point, but okay.
just wish, hope that everything goes well, inshallah. So here, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is now time for practice. Time for practice. I guess you have the exam sheet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have two options. We can play the soundtracks now, and you do the quiz now from my side, or I send you the 4 listening tracks in the WhatsApp group, and I'll leave you like 40, not 40 minutes. I guess that 30 minutes will be enough. I'm not going to give you the 10 minutes for transferring the answers, because you don't have to transfer it now. If you didn't print the sheet, the question sheet, if you didn't print the question sheet, you can prepare one normal sheet of paper, and you write section 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then another section 2, 1, 2. So you get yourself a ready-made answer sheet, a handmade one. So what do you think, guys? Would you like to do the quiz now, or we just end the meeting now and come back after like 35 minutes or 40 minutes? I'm looking at the chat to see how you're going to do it. No one replied, mashallah. So I have
As you like, Mr. Hussein.
So now you would like to do the quiz now. Some people prefer to just play it on their laptop or on their mobiles, because they may think that they can't hear well. Yeah, you have to choose one idea, guys. Which one? So
To avoid any voice problems, you can send the tracks and we can play them on our PC.
okay, so it's now 9:48, 9:50. So we come back, or this is in Saudi, of course. We come back 10:20. I'll send you the tracks, the audio tracks, on the WhatsApp group, and you can play them and do the exam. Any question?
30 minutes or 40?
I like to make it 30, because we can just make use of the 10 minutes in discussing the answers. It will be better. Okay, thank you so much. So now, am I going to send you the soundtracks here in Zoom or on the WhatsApp?
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group. Okay, great. Okay, are we going to meet tomorrow, inshallah, when you do the quiz and you enjoy your time and you tell your friends that you did a quiz and such stuff?
No, after 30
No,
minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay, this is great. Some people are so happy that they are meeting after 30 minutes. Okay, so let's say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the end of our first part. Are we meeting again or bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Yes, we're meeting
What
again.
bye-bye? No
Meeting
bye-bye.
again.
We're meeting again. Okay, so let's meet in the WhatsApp group. I'm sending you have the test. If you don't have the test, it's in the WhatsApp group. I sent it to you. If you don't know, just tell me and I'm gonna mention or refer to it again.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum